Hi, you're listening to the Great Work podcast about serenity and success, doing work that matters to you and to the world, with me, Adam Sandel. Remember, if you didn't get here via the email and would prefer to read this, it's in a regular email, and sometimes there's a little more there. You can sign up for free at www.adamsandel.com. That's www.adamsandel.com. A quick apology to anyone who's followed a broken link in a recent email, including new subscribers' welcome emails. I updated the website, moved some things around, and broke some stuff. If anything's still not working, please do let me know. I want to fix it. Now, I haven't yet figured out the alchemy determining which topics are going to go wild. My last email, having difficult conversations, saw a spike in readers, in new subscriptions, and in feedback. One reader wisely observed that it's disrespectful to our relationships to avoid hard discussions. Another emailed me about how if you avoid conversations you should have, little spots become big boils that fester and explode. Yuck. And sometimes with disproportionately awful consequences. And there was lots of other feedback too. It can be lonely sending these podcasts and emails out into the void, and I love hearing from you. So please do consider replying, emailing me, or commenting on Substack where everything's hosted. It means a lot, and it improves what I write. And now our feature presentation. Know what you want to do and what you really don't. A while ago, the wonderful medical director of the tiny hospital where I work decided to move on, and there was some talk of me taking over. It wasn't something I wanted to do. I knew it would drain me, but I agreed, telling myself someone had to do the job. And it flattered my ego. As the transition date approached and I'd begun taking over some reins, I realised I was increasingly unhappy. My email inbox mushroomed. My sleep deteriorated. I was working on a book behind these podcasts and emails. Shouldn't I have been handling this effortlessly? Was I a charlatan? And then I went for a solitary, snowy mountain walk in winter sunshine, and within a few hundred paces I knew, in the way that things often become obvious when you do whatever you do when you need to think, that what I was writing about was right. The problem was that I hadn't followed my own advice. By the end of the walk, though a bit worried that my change of heart would annoy colleagues I care about, I had decided to withdraw. Of course, everyone was fine with it, respected it even. We worked out another, better, shared solution. The weight lifted, though it took me a few weeks to recover. I hadn't realised, until I unloaded the burden, how sapped I had been. And the planet continued to turn on its axis despite my deflated ego. When opportunities float by, you're going to make better decisions about whether to let them snag you if you've already considered what sort of new things would make your life better and which would make it worse. Opportunities likely will float by, show a glimmer of competence, and someone will encourage you to take on something interesting sounding. It's flattering. The novelty's appealing. You may think it'll be good for your career. If more money's attached, it may make it harder to turn down. But you're less likely to make the wrong decision, and it's easier to find the words with which to decline courteously if you already know what your real priorities are and, more importantly, what they aren't. Head in a direction that's wrong for you and you'll likely learn from it, but by then it may be hard to correct your course. And the main appointment criterion for roles with more responsibility or status is often not having changed the topic of conversation fast enough. As Woody Allen observed, 80% of success is showing up. Be careful. Not all success is good. It's management responsibilities about which many doing work that matters need to be circumspect. If some new opportunity is truly right for you, go for it. But many choose our careers because we want to be teachers or engineers or nurses or academics or social workers or whatever it is we do, not because we wanted to manage teams doing those jobs. We tell ourselves a leadership role will provide opportunities to make things work better. But it's often a grind, especially for those with temperaments that make them good teachers or engineers or nurses or academics or social workers. The effort to results ratio is typically awful, and the work may be removed from the things you really care about. If more managing means less of whatever it is that gives your work meaning, think carefully. Roles with more status can seem irresistible. Research shows we care about status a lot, and more than we like to think. Sometimes it's only by taking on a new role that you can appreciate what doesn't make you happy. But you won't know at the time that that discovery awaits you. So consider whether you have a face-saving exit strategy and what it'll be, even when you don't think you'll need one. And thank you to my terrific colleagues, most of whom read or listen to this, for their understanding and support when I realised I'd made that mistake. Before you go, if you're getting this via a podcast app, please do sign up to follow it and get more episodes. This podcast and its linked emails are based on a book I'm writing. To get it published, I have to grow the subscribers. It's what publishers now insist on for this kind of non-fiction. Can you help me spread the word? I don't monetize this. I do it because I care about it. So if you found something useful here, your friends, colleagues, family, students, followers can sign up for the emails or the podcast at www.adamsandel.com. That's adamsandell.com. Getting more people to sign up or encouraging them to do so is the biggest thing you could do for me. That's it for this week. I hope you have a great week ahead of you. Thanks so much for listening.